You won't believe what happened to me last night. It was supposed to be just a quick visit, an innocent dare. But I've never been so terrified in my life. Let me take you back to where it all began. There's this old school on the outskirts of town, St. Mary's Academy. They say it was abandoned over 20 years ago after a terrible fire. No one really talks about it, but the rumors, they're wild. Some say you can still hear the voices of children in the halls, and others claim the teachers never left. They just changed. But no one had ever been brave enough to go inside. Until last night. Of course, my friends thought it would be fun to dare me. Just go in for 5 minutes, they said, and take a picture as proof. Easy enough, right? I thought I'd be in and out, no problem. As soon as I got to the gates, I knew something was off. The air was heavy, almost thick, like it didn't belong to this world. The rusted gates creaked open, and the wind, no joke, felt like it was whispering. But whatever, I pushed through. My heart was pounding, but I wasn't about to back down. Inside, the place was even worse than I imagined. The walls were covered in soot from the fire, charred with age. Desks were overturned, papers scattered across the floor, like the students just vanished mid-lesson. The worst part? There were old, blackened handprints on the walls, tiny handprints. I tried to shake it off, telling myself it was just smoke damage. But deep down, I knew that wasn't it. I made my way to what must have been the main hallway. Every step echoed louder than it should have. There was this heavy, ominous silence, broken only by the occasional sound of water dripping, but there was no water. I took a few pictures on my phone and told myself I was done. Time to get out. But when I turned back, I swear the hallway stretched longer than it was before. The exit looked miles away. I blinked, rubbed my eyes, and started walking faster. That's when I heard it. A faint giggle, like a little girl playing hide and seek. I froze, my breath caught in my throat. There was no one there, or so I thought. Suddenly, the air turned ice cold. I could see my breath, and every hair on my body stood on end. Footsteps, light, quick, and coming toward me, echoed through the hallway. They were getting closer and closer, but I couldn't see anything. I turned around, and nothing. The hallway behind me was empty. That's when I felt a tug on my jacket. I spun around, and standing just a few feet away from me was a little girl. Her clothes were dirty, tattered, and her eyes were completely black. She stared at me for a moment, then tilted her head, like she was studying me. My legs were jelly, and I couldn't move. I couldn't scream. Suddenly, she whispered, "Why did you leave
Why
us?"
did you leave us?
Her voice echoed around the empty hallway, and then, she vanished. I didn't need another sign. I bolted toward the exit, running as fast as I could. The footsteps followed me the whole way, growing faster, heavier, like something much bigger was chasing me. I didn't stop. Not until I burst through the front doors and collapsed on the ground outside. When I finally got back to my friends, they could tell something was wrong. I was shaking, my face pale. They laughed it off, thinking I was messing with them, until I showed them the pictures I took. There, in every shot, was the little girl. Standing behind me, her eyes hollow and black, following me through every hallway. My friends? They didn't laugh anymore. I'll never go back to that place. And if you're thinking of exploring abandoned buildings for a thrill, just remember this story. Sometimes, the things that are forgotten, don't want to be found, asterisk.